Well, hello everybody. Thanks for being here with us today. I'm Jonathan, this is Sara, and we are Mystical Mojos. And what a banger we have today.
Yeah, what have we got?
This is Rosanna by the iconic band Toto. I'm extremely excited about this.
Okay.
Toto are a super group. Okay, they're just, every musician that has ever played in Toto is of the highest caliber. They were formed in 1977 by David Paich and Jeff Porcaro, and they later brought in David Hungate, Steve Lukather, Bobby Kimball, Steve Porcaro. That was the first manifestation of the band, and it's gone through many lineup changes over the years. The version we're going to see today is live in 2013 and has a different lineup, but there's some familiar faces as well. So
I do like a band where they've stayed the same, but it's different people. So it's like they've got the common vision.
right, yes,
Because then it becomes sustainable.
yes,
Yeah. You don't disappoint your fans.
you want to have some common members, I reckon, some members who are there. So in this particular case, now Stephen Lukather really is the one leading the band.
Yeah.
He is one of my favorite guitarists of all time. He's an amazing singer. I can't say enough about him, so I won't even try. But he is that continuous theme from right from the early days to now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing Rosanna.
So live 2013, Toto's Rosanna.
I want to hear you.
Guitar bit's new.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
he's just, yeah, just decided to put that in. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Oh, it's just so good.
So I'll talk about the groove, the
Okay.
drum groove at the start, right? So that's known as a halftime shuffle, okay? So for those who don't know, a shuffle is a term, a musical term that relates to a specific rhythm. So 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. That's a shuffle. Now this particular pattern that Jeff Porcaro, the original drummer, came up with is known as a halftime shuffle, which means the bass drum and the snare drum are playing at halftime over this shuffle pattern, and there's numerous ghost notes on the snare drum. It's incredibly complicated and difficult to play groove. And of course, the song starts with that groove. When anyone ever says the words halftime shuffle, this song comes to mind.
Every drummer wants to play this song.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
very few can
Yeah, okay.
convincingly, because it is really difficult. The notes are one thing, but the feel is another. And Simon Phillips, who is playing here, is doing an amazing job at recreating Jeff Porcaro's groove, even though it is slightly different because he's a different player.
Right.
It's not better or worse, it's just different.
Yeah.
But Jeff Porcaro was known for this groove and for being an incredible feel drummer.
I
He's
love
like-
how he has a smile on his face just as he's about, he's like, "Oh no, here we go." Yeah.
One more thing to say is one of the things I love about Toto that's actually quite unique is they have different people singing different sections of a song during the same song. They'll have different lead singers. So there we saw that Stephen Lukather sung the verse,
Yes.
but he didn't go on to sing the
Yeah.
chorus.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting way of doing it, and it actually really works.
Yeah.
Meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. I can see the station dealing on the other side. Rosanna, Rosanna, didn't know that a girl like you could make me feel so sad. Rosanna, oh, yeah. Come on. All I wanna tell you is now you never ever have to compromise. Rosanna, Rosanna, I never thought that losing you would ever hurt so bad. Not quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, now she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna.
It's interesting because the vocals are very chill and everything else is frantically but groovy. Is it groovy?
Groovy.
Groovy.
Yeah. Groovy.
Going on in the under it.
Yeah. And speaking of vocals, the harmonies, particularly in the down pre-chorus, are beautiful. Everything about this is so well crafted. I just can't say enough about it. The amazing groove, the harmonies, Stephen Lukather with the guitar fills.
Oh, and he's just loving it. He's just like, he's just got this smile on his face when he does it. He's like, "Oh, that was awesome."
His tone is like butter. He's got this really strong vibrato when he plays, like it's quite wide and it's very iconic and majestic, and it just melts you. This is a band like this. Band's been around for 40 years, and they sound like this. Like, what is going on?
Sorry, it's not an old sound.
No.
It is such a relevant new sound,
Yeah.
and yet they had it 40 years ago.
Yeah. And these guys were all session musicians. So they were playing on the list of albums these guys have played on, both before Toto and after they had formed Toto, is unbelievable. I mean, Stephen Lukather played on Michael Jackson's Thriller, and Jeff Beccaro, the original drummer, played on Thriller as well. And I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Human Nature, the Michael Jackson tune Human Nature, was written, that hook was written by Steve Beccaro, the keyboard player. They were the guys back in the day in LA. They were the session guys. And they formed this super group, and it's just magic. They do not get the credit they deserve.
Yeah.
Amongst musicians, they are known as being the bee's knees.
Right.
But in terms of the general public, everyone's heard of Africa, which is their big song.
Yeah. Probably Rosanna.
Probably Rosanna. But if you don't really know Toto, do yourself a favor and go back and listen to their albums. You will be, really listen to them. You will be blown away. The level of creativity, the level of playing and musicianship is second to none. They are a must know. I'm very passionate about this.
Yes.
All right.
Meet you all the way.
actually could be finished of the song.
Well, in the studio version, it does kind of start fading out after this.
Right.
But they're doing a different version here live. Got to mention the incredible vocals of Mr. Williams. Amazing. Do you know, fun fact, you know the classical, well, not classical, you know the film composer John Williams?
Yes.
That's his son.
Who?
The main singer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he comes from a rich musical heritage. So he's been in and out of the band. He was in the band in the 80s, around the time of the seventh one, that album. And then he left and for quite a number of years, and now he's back, and he's amazing. I can't say enough about it. The musicianship is just elite.
Yes.
David Page honky tonking on the keys.
And he's got
the top hat.
the top hat,
Oh.
and he's just chilling away there.
Oh.
Oh, honky tonk is right.
Steve Lukather is about to take it. that is ridiculous in every sense of the word.
Yes.
There's just, you'd need hours and hours and hours to talk about that song and that performance. Just a couple of things that stand out to me. Nathan East, who's playing bass for this particular, he's not in the band, but he did this tour. And Simon Phillips, the drummer, their groove and musical connection is unbelievable.
Yeah, he turned around and he was facing, like, they are completely enjoying it and they're feeding off each other.
Yeah.
Like, I love that connection between bands. We've talked about that before.
Amazing. Yeah. And then I couldn't stop it during Stephen Lukather's solo.
No,
because when he solos, you don't stop it. And his soloing is so melodic. He's not just shredding. He's got ideas that are crafted through, and his time. He actually, I've heard of him speak in interviews about his time because he's done a lot of rhythm playing for recordings, because a lot of what we record is rhythm stuff. And so his sense of time is second to none, and you can hear it. Sometimes he's slightly behind because that's the effect he wants to create, and then he's right up on it. And his solos, I could just listen to them because they're so well crafted.
Yes, yes.
You know, they're so melodic, and yet he's also got all the technique under the sun.
Yeah. I like that they've extended the studio version, and it's brought so much more to it. That was really good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Can't say enough about it. That was Toto's Rosanna live. Do yourself a favour. Go and listen to Toto.
Amazing.
Amazing. We'll listen to them again. Hope you're having an amazing day.